What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Angie's World podcast. Y'all see who I got in the building? A very, very special guest, my homeboy Keen Streetz. How are you?
I'm great. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling marvelous.
Yo, Keen, I can't tell you how appreciative I am that you're tapping in and you're one of my guests. I so appreciate you coming by and stopping by the podcast.
Nah, anytime. Anytime.
Yo,
You're my homie. I knew you for some years.
Yes, yo, for those of y'all that don't know, yo, Keen, I've known you almost like 9-10 years already.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Absolutely. We're gonna get into that. I need to find a picture. I need to go back to the club days and find a 10-year challenge picture of me and you and put it up there. I feel like I got
I know we got like one. Yeah, I know it gotta be like one.
Yo, we at least gotta have one. Yeah, I was mad skinny then too, so I gotta find those pictures. But listen, before we get into that, I wanna give you your proper introduction. Okay, so for those of you guys who don't know who Keen Streetz is, he is a artist, and I'm not using the term loosely. When you mess around with your hoodie, Keen, it's like the audio starts scratching.
Oh, you hear it? All right, good. Cool.
Yeah, it's all good. So I want to give him, but you know what? I can actually mute you when it scratches. It's fine. I'm becoming a great producer at this.
Oh,
so don't worry about it.
Cool. Professional.
Keen Streetz is an artist, okay, a rapper with bars, an actual rapper with bars. You've been on the grind for so many years. I want to call you an actor too, because I seen you on some web series, so you be getting your acting done.
Yeah, I'm artist. Keensdale, Washington. I'm getting my Keensdale, Washington on
the Keensdale, Washington.
Yeah.
Rapper, actor. He's been on a lot of songs with your favorite rappers, and you've been doing this a long time, Keen. So, before we go into your career and how you got into music and stuff, I like to do a little bit of a wellness check. How you doing? Happy New Year, because we're still in January, so I could say Happy New Year.
That's a fact. Happy New Year. Yeah.
How is your holiday? How's everything been since I haven't like spoke to you in so long? Have you been handling this COVID and life changing and everything being like online and just this whole pandemic situation?
Yeah, everything been good. I've been healthy. I've been straight. The
thank God.
Straight.
Her family's good.
But yeah, everybody good. We just been just in and out. Just keep testing the kids with COVID. They in school and out of school, stuff like that. And but overall, everything good. My kids haven't had COVID or nothing like that.
Thank God.
In my household haven't had COVID or whatever. So everything is good. We healthy, we straight, everything is great. We all
that's what's up. Gotta thank the man upstairs for that. All right, so you're doing good. Everything is good. We're gonna get into everything that you're excited for in 2022. But for those of y'all who don't know, we're gonna take a little bit of a trip down memory lane, and the ladies and some of the guys that may be tapping into my podcast, I want you to get in tune with Keen Streetz a little bit. So you've been, you're born and raised in New York, in Queens, right?
Far Rockaway, Queens.
Far Rockaway, yep. You represent Far Rockaway, Queens. Tell me a little bit about how you got into music. And, just a little bit about how it was, growing up in Queens, because I'm from the Bronx. And so, Far Rockaway, Queens, that's deep for a lot of people. The forgotten, they say Staten Island's the forgotten borough, but I feel like Far Rockaway is kind of the forgotten, spot in Queens.
We the forgotten spot in Queens. That's why, we go so hard about Far Rockaway every way. It don't matter which way. It could be music. You could, not to wish jail on anybody, but if you go to jail, you got, niggas not far out. It's Queens. We know that already. It's on the map. It's Queens. So we know that already. But
definitely,
we in our own like lane. Like it's parts in Jamaica. You could take the bus from this side to this side. You ain't taking no one bus to far. You know what I'm saying? We got our own everything over here. We on our own island. You know what I'm saying? When you speak of Queens, when DJs get on, they say Queens and they start naming projects and places from Queens. They don't really say us. So we pride ourselves on that. We don't disrespect the borough of Queens.
Right.
Geological, like you know, that's where we from. But
right.
if you talking, we talking Far Rockaway, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like
Y'all got a lot of pride.
yeah, we sensitive about where we from, because, you know what I mean, like, so much we didn't have nothing. So it's like, when you speak of Queens, you speak of Queensbridge, you speak of Nas, you speak of Southside, you speak of 50, you speak Onyx, and, you know what I'm saying, and Mobb Deep, and
Right.
when you now, you know, we name here, we got ours, but we ain't get our just due. We had Stack, and, you know, rest in peace to him, and, you know, his career was cut short. Then we had Chinks, and he was on his way to do greater things.
Right.
Then Stack was doing, then his career was cut short. So we really ain't get to showcase our real talent to the world, and how long we could last in the game, and all of, you know, that people they never get to see they growth. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we seen Nas growth. All right,
Yep.
that's Queensbridge. They got something to stand on. We Southside. We seen 50 grow from music to movies. You
Yep.
seen Nas grow from 50 music to movies. You seen Onyx music to movies. You seen Lost Boys, and you seen
Right.
all of that. But that's Queens. That's cool. But we from Far Rock, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, we don't got no NBA players in the league
At
from
the
Far
Far Rock.
Rockaway.
Right.
We got a even when it's like, we got a football player, he played for the Jets, but it's like, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
yeah. So
It's
it's
not
like,
the
you know,
same.
yeah, it's not the
It's not
same.
the
It's not
same.
like, right. It's not like he is big yet. I'm gonna say yet because he can be as big as he wants, but he's not as big as a Odell Beckham, to where he can be like, Far Rock, and people be like,
Yes.
okay, yeah, we got one. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like all the way on the map.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you
So,
need to
you know,
hear it everywhere. Far
yeah,
Rockaway.
yeah. We just say,
The way Nelly put his shit on the map. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like St. Louis.
exactly. Yeah, we
Right.
just a little sensitive about where we from. You know what I'm saying? We want our respect. We you know what I mean? We want to show what we got to bring to the table as well, being from where we from. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that's about.
Absolutely. And y'all got a lot of talented people there. And shout out to Far Rockaway because, like I said, I know Keen, you know, for a long time. I worked with somebody who was managing Keen, and I knew a lot of people from where y'all, you know, I met a lot of people from where y'all from. And there's some
Right.
solid people and a lot of talent out there, but we'll get
Right.
into that. But tell me a little bit about how, because I don't even know this story, how you really got into music. Because when I met you, you was already doing music. So I'm curious to know too, like, when did it start for you, and how did you get into the music and the music business? How was that experience?
Well, like, since a kid, I grew up in a music house. Like, my mom's always played music, getting dressed. You know what I'm saying? Getting in the shower. You know, we had to. If you come to my projects and you ask them about, you know, when I was younger, who had the loudest system in the project, was my crib, was my house. You know, anybody, my window is next to the big park. We call it the big park, and that's the park where everybody play ball, everybody hang out. So back then, you know, when people play ball or went to the park, they was expecting to hear me playing the new Clue, the new this, the new freestyle out the window. They, you know what I'm saying, while they playing ball, you know what I'm saying, all of that. So
Yeah.
I'm out, you know, I'm known for being in a music house, that's just off playing music alone,
Right.
and me just listening to music. You know, like, you know, any interview you check back or anything, like I always say, like, I listen to a few artists. You know, back then it was mixtape, so you got to listen to everybody.
Yep.
But Jadakiss stood out to me. He was talking stuff that I was like seeing in the projects, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you know what I mean? So I'm like, nah, I want to like say, I want to rap like this, not like him per se, but I want to rap like this. Like, I want to
Right.
tell a story, and, you know, as I got older, to like, and been going through a lot of stuff and realize how much stuff I've been through, I'm like, nah, I want to tell my story. Like, I want to talk to the streets too. I want to let them know what I've seen and what I've been through as well. And then when I first heard Slipping from DMX, like, that made me want to write pain music. Like, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, I've been through some stuff as well. Like,
Right.
maybe if I tell them what, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like if it touched me, I could do the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So those two people, like, really helped me, like, as far as, you know what I mean? Like, as far as me wanting to rap. So that started me rapping. Like, Jadakiss started me rapping. Like, I want to rap. Like, he was the stamp. So, you know, what everybody, it was cool, but everybody, if it wasn't no Jadakiss, let's just say he didn't exist, I don't think I would have rapped. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question. You know, the Locks had, so you was heavily influenced from Rough Riders, the, you know, artists out of Yonkers that are very street.
Before
So,
that though, I was when they was on Bad Boys, they first album.
right, when they was hot
Right.
with Mace and Diddy and all
Right.
that.
When
Yeah,
they
because
first album.
Benjamin's, right, definitely their very
I was
first
cutting
album.
school listening. I was cutting elementary school. Me and my man Rob and my other man Bob, we used to cut school at elementary school.
Wait,
Like,
you was
really.
in elementary school when Money, Power, Respect came out?
That's a fact.
Why do I feel old right now? But okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, that just showed you as a music enthusiast from back then.
Right. So that started it, but again.
But my question to you is, they have an album called We Are the Streets. Do you think the name Keen Streetz, like, where did that come? Was that influence from that?
It definitely came from there, but it didn't come from there from me. It came from there from a friend of mine. And he used to be like, yo, I ain't gonna, like I used to, when I was younger, I hung with a lot of dudes that was older than me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of my guys, like, you know what I mean, they older than me. You know what I'm saying? I hung out with my age, but not really. You know what I'm saying? So 2 people actually said it to me before. You know what I'm saying? And they, you know, they my friends. They was like, yo, you the streets, like, you be the first one out and the last one in. Like, you young, like I was 8 years old hanging out 12 o'clock at night. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they used to be like, nah, you the streets. And when I started to come up with my rap name, I didn't think of it as well. I'm like, I had another rap name. I'm like, and then that stuck with me. Like, when it came back to my head, like, yo, you the streets. And then We Are the Streets came out. I'm like, yo, I'm putting my name gonna be Keen Streetz. Like,
hell yeah. What was your first rap name? Is it something embarrassing like K-Bird or something like that?
Nah, my first rap name, the crazy only reason why I named myself this, because I used to say I'm a bomb on niggas. My first name was Young Afghan, like Afghanistan.
Okay.
And, you know, back then, you know, younger, you heard Afghanistan blowing up, boom.
Right.
So I'm like, that's when I used to like just battle, like young, like in school, or running around project to project. You know what I mean? But even when I was like, I never said that name to nobody. So nobody, like, even my friends, they ain't even probably knew that was but that was just like, all right, if I get a little name, that's what I'm saying it is. So before I even got to telling anybody that, the Keen Streetz thing came about.
I like that. Keen Streetz, Young Afghan. That's cool though, but I like Keen Streetz better. Yeah, so that's what's up. So
thanks to the homies.
Word. So you a young dude, you realized you was a music enthusiast from when you was younger, and you was listening to the Locks. You was in elementary school, but their music was speaking to you, and that shows the maturity of a young boy that was relating to this stuff with guys who was in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? So that goes to show where your head is at. So at what point did you start really taking music serious and getting a buzz? When did things start really like changing for you as far as like music was concerned, where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna go hard at this, and this I'm good at this type stuff?
Right. I always like freestyle. I remember I couldn't write. I used to just go freestyle. Like, if you ask anybody that went to junior high school with me, they'll tell you that's when they used to be doing the grinding beat. But I always was like, I used to rap so good off the head that it sounded like I wrote it down, but I didn't.
That's dope.
But then I started to I wanted to learn how to write. I'm like, yo, I wonder how, you know what I mean? Like, I've never watched nobody and said, oh, I'm gonna count bars. I used to be like, I guess one line is a bar. So I started writing like that. Like, you know, I just started writing. And I start writing like raps just to have. Like, you know, we in the hood, ciphers. Yo, Key, let me hear something. I got something, you know what I'm saying, to write. So then my cousin, shout out to my cousin Rick, he had a label. He had a label called Real Family, and because everybody that he had was like real family for real. Like, I'm his cousin and his other cousin, and he rapped and stuff like that. So when he did that, I felt like that was like a step for me. I'm like, that's when I first started really seeing a real studio. You know what I'm saying? Being in a real studio, being connected. Like, all right, we going to the studio Wednesday, or we going to the studio Friday. Right. I'm like, oh, I bet this is cool. I don't think I was like dead serious, because I didn't remember like then. I just think that it was like, okay, it's a step up from writing a rap to actually going to the studio and rapping it. So I say like a little I say like a little after that situation is when I took it to the heart. Like, nah, I'm gonna really do this. Like, and then like right around, like right before, and then right around the time I had met you, then stuff like that.
So when we met, you was just starting, or you was already like?
Nah, I wasn't just starting. I was just like I was doing my thing by myself, and the buzz was just like that's what came about with who was managing me and stuff like that.
That's when people started believing
so
you.
It was like, oh, I bet, like even then, like I didn't, I knew what I wanted to do, like, you know what I'm saying, but I just felt like I still had more growing to do and stuff like that. I didn't know what I wanted to do as an artist. I just know I rap and I want to rap and get rich, like, you know what I'm saying? That's it. So.
That's what's up right there. Yeah, definitely. So you've been at this a really long time. Like, you've been putting out quality projects. What would you say is your favorite project that you put out that you connect to the most?
I always say Family to Feed 1.
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, I always say that because that was like personal. My girl was pregnant. She was having a baby. I'm like, damn, I'd have a daughter. Like,
shout out to your girl.
Right. I'm like, I got a family to feed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, that's like my baby to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it really meant something, man. Actually, it did great, and it led off to do great things for me in 2017 that I didn't get to follow up on and stuff like that. But but I'm here now. But Family to Feed 1 is definitely more of a connection because it was really something behind it that that I stood on.
Absolutely. And people could definitely tap into your music on like Spotify and Apple and stuff if they search on
Apple, whatever they download their music, it's there.
Yes, make sure. We're going to go back to the music, but not only have you done music, which we're going to talk a little bit more about that music, but you want to know something so funny? You probably don't even know this or maybe I might have told you this before. One day I was chilling in my crib and I don't know how, but I turned on YouTube, right? And all of a sudden I see this web series, or people kept talking about this web series. Right. And I was just like, okay, web series, what the hell is that? So one day, I think either somebody put it on their Instagram story and I clicked on it, and all of a sudden I see Keen Streetz on the web series. I said, is that Keen? I said, let me check this web series out. And it turned out that web series was Money and Violence, which literally exploded. So shout out to Money and Violence. I don't think I would have ever checked it out if I didn't see you on thing, because I knew you. So I was like, right. Me? I was like, let me check this. What the hell is this? So tell me, how is that working with Money and Violence, and how you got, do you enjoy acting, and how did you get into that? Tell me that.
Yeah, acting was good. Shout out to my guy, Dude, which was Shane, the one in the web series.
Yep.
He actually from Far Rockaway, and one day he hit me up like, "Yo, we doing this web series." I was in the house, and he was like, "Yo, we doing this web series. It's on the third. It's called Money and Violence. Street shit. It's about this. It'd be kind of perfect for you to go into the music because they can play the music." And like, he sold it to me good. Like, I've never did an act before that. But he sold it to me good. I'm like, all right, man, so say no more. Like, I'm with it. If it's going to help out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exposure.
If it's going to help out with, my music and,
right.
You know what I mean? And it, it's good like that. Let's do it. I don't care. Like, and I like to be a part of stuff from when it first started anyway. You know what I mean? So, like, be the originator. So when he told me that, I'm like, all right, whatever. Let's do it. Just let me know. He said, I bet when I get what I want you to do now, when the guy who write it, shout out to Mo, he like, when he write it, he gonna let me know what he wants you to do. So I did it, and he was like, yo, we got another episode, and went from there. Then, my character died, but it was like that was so big.
Yeah.
At the time, that like Money and Violence was so big, it got so big, like I used to be everywhere. Yo,
yep.
Like, and it was like, it was like either that or the music at the time. Like, it was,
right.
Oh, you Keen that rap? Oh, you Keen with Money and Violence? Yo. So it was kind of crazy, but it was a great experience. I never read scripts. Like, I've never did that. So to read a script and, I got to see like, oh, this what Denzel be doing. Like,
right.
All right, cool. Like, but it was good though. It was a challenge. Something that I'll definitely be looking forward to in the future, besides music, once I get into the music deep and I drift off and holler at 50 with some power or something, you know what I mean? Like
right. Like
right,
Cardi said, what Cardi said in the song, Hollywood is waiting when this rapping shit is done.
Nah, for real. For real.
So, but yeah, that was a good look for you. That's a lot of eyes that was on Money and Violence.
Yeah, super.
A lot of eyes.
They did great. They did great. Shout out to all of them.
Shout out to them. And definitely, so yeah, acting is fun. So let me ask you a question. So you've been at this for so long, right? And I feel like, and it's, you know what, let me get your opinion. Do you feel like you get your just due? Or do you feel like people give you the credit that you deserve? Or you feel like you have something to prove?
I feel like I got a lot to prove. I feel like people know I'm talented. People know I can rap. People know I make good music. I just feel like I got more to prove to myself, myself. And I'm my own critic. I know I got a lot to prove, and you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So I ain't gonna get the big head like, what, niggas don't recognize me, like, but the timing is everything. In 2022, they definitely gonna give me my just due.
And your music rings off. I mean, I remember, and I mean, I'm sure up until the pandemic, your music was heavy in the clubs. You got a huge buzz in New York. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of, co-signs in the industry and stuff. You just did a record with Jim Jones. Like, I just remember, working in the clubs with the person I used to work with who used to manage you. Your music used to ring off then, and I'm sure, up until the pandemic and everybody closed the clubs down. And
I just never got the right recognition or push. I feel like, you know what I mean? So, so now, timing is everything, and everybody's journey is different. Everybody's story is different. Somebody got a story saying, yo, I rap for Kanye, and then tomorrow, the next day I was on. Somebody said it took me 2 years. Somebody said it took me 5. Some said it took 10. So, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's success story is different. You know what I mean? So.
And I believe in you. Keep going. Don't stop, because you got it.
No, we ain't never stopping.
Definitely. I have a few questions for you here that I just want to make sure that I don't miss. Right. Okay. What is your feelings on the industry today? As far as, it's different. Like back in our day, you had to actually, have bars, make a name for yourself, start from the bottom, do ciphers, do all this stuff to get on. And now you could just upload anything and send it over into the internet, and then you're overnight success. What is your thoughts on the industry today and artists and how they putting out music? Like, what is your overall consensus about that?
I think we gotta live with the fact that times change. I think a lot of people don't get that times change. You could just look at how music went from tapes, CDs to what's that, DSPs, like, like, so times change, music change, and these kids that's listening to music now, they're gonna be grown one day listening to another generation of music going, yo, come on, nobody want to hear that, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but music, it evolved, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like social media and everything gave it a big platform, because you able to put whatever you do, you able to promote that and gain fans from that. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta try to do what somebody else doing, because like before, even now it's still like that, but you can still promote what you do, like, and gain people in your way. It's ways to get more followers. They got reels now, and it's a whole lot of stuff. So
the algorithm,
social media was great. Like, I think it's great. I think, it's a great platform. I think, people use it right. People will be on here using it for the wrong reasons.
Right.
But if you use it right, I don't have nothing bad to say about how music has evolved, because it actually helped more.
Do you feel as though, Keen, that good music gets lost in the sea of everything coming out at such a rapid pace? Yeah. Like, there's so much music for us to digest. Do you feel like the gems is almost getting missed? Because remember, like, around, when we was coming up, you know, we would wait for Christmas time and there'd be like maybe 5 or 6, you know what I'm saying, albums that we're waiting on. And we got to pick maybe like 2 or 3 we could get, you know what I'm saying, because we don't have money for everything. And then we get those 2 or 3, and that will rock us out for the next 4 or 5 months. And we're able to digest what an album, sit with it, and and that album was able to like, you know, sit and you know, cook, and songs was able to explode. We was able to digest it. So how do you feel about everything just coming at us like this?
I was just speaking. We was just talking about this the other day. I was saying, like, how you saying, like even with DMX, he was the first person to come out with 2 albums in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you really had a year to sit with an album, let it grow, and pick your favorite song, and go home. And you had to wait to watch BET to watch the hit single, and like that. But you know, nowadays it's it's rapid. But it's good. I think it's good because it keeps artists on their toes. Yeah. Because you got 30 million rappers on the internet every day. Not saying that everybody is hot, but you don't know who like who. But it gives you the thing like, now I got to go hard because I got to keep the focus on me. It makes you drop more. It makes you work more. I think artists now work a little bit more harder today than back then because the eyes is on them. Even with like like BET and stuff like that. We didn't see Fabulous in them until we watched BET or MTV. Yeah. Now every day we get, I see what they doing. Oh, they at this club. We didn't know what clubs they was at unless somebody was there and was like, yo, I was at the club and such and such was there. Now we know where Jadakiss gonna be tomorrow. We know that. We know where Jim Jones gonna be at tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's kind of dope because they get to tell people like, yo, my fan base, I'm gonna be here tomorrow, and 20,000 people can come there. You know what I'm saying? Before you had to hear it on the radio, you had to hope folks like say it. Yo, we're gonna be at the tunnel tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's kind of dope. It's kind of dope now. So,
well, you had to connect with your artists, you had to wait for the Source or Hip Hop Weekly to see where they went to lunch at or who they was with, or like you said, you got to wait for Flex or Angie to talk about the party, or you know, you purchase the CD and you open up the literature, and like I would always connect with, you know, reading the thank yous and looking at the pictures and sitting with the album. But see now, like you said, it's like a yin and a yang. You got to put more music out at more of a rapid pace, but you get to connect with your audience instead of through magazines and radio. You get to connect with them directly so they get to know you.
Right. You can put a mixtape out tomorrow, 2 weeks, and I'm like, yo, you got something new?
Yes.
It's exactly. Like, like, dude,
it's like,
listen to like, I'm not even sitting with the new joint I just dropped. Like,
exactly. Well, listen, that's why they started doing to slow it down. I think they started doing those campaigns around the songs, the TikTok dances, and this whole like marketing campaign behind the song to let people chill with it for a second before they move on to the next thing. You know, so it's definitely like pros and cons of music today. But I know that you're gonna be able to roll with the punches and do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Nah, I'm adapted. I'm cool.
Absolutely. Let me put your Instagram. I got my little banner. Give me 1 second. I'm a little producer on this show. That's what I always say. Hold on. I want to put your banner up there with your Instagram because I want people to tap in. There's Keen Streetz right there. You can click on that link. Well, not click on that link, but follow him on Instagram and get tapped into all his stuff. Don't go nowhere, Keen. We got a few games we want to play and some hot topics, but I just want to ask you like another question. What music are you tapped into? What artists are you feeling right now?
I listen to the Meeks, you know, the Meek Mills, I like Lil Baby. What
you think about Drill?
Drill is good. Like I like the young energy, you know, stuff like, you know, not all because it's about 1 trillion in them. But I take what I like
Fabio
get busy. You know, my guys is home, Rowdy and Bobby, you know.
They're good.
I like a lot of them. A lot of them, you know, they creative in their own way. I don't knock that. I ain't the person, yo, that shit is not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not like everybody, but you know, some of them I do think is creative. and be saying some stuff, you know what I mean, like that. So I like a few of them.
Absolutely. And okay, so before I get into asking you what projects you're working on for 2022 and what you're excited about, what artists do you want to collab with? Like ones that you're looking at, like either people are sleeping on them and they might not know about them, or just artists you got your eye on that you wish, like not wish, but like hope to have a collaboration. And they don't only have to be from New York, they could be from anywhere.
Definitely a Jadakiss feature. Definitely a Benny the Butcher feature. Definitely, you know, I'm working with Jim. That's like a, you know, a dream as well. Coming from Far Rock, you know, seeing Stat get busy with him. So that's a pleasure. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I want to work with everybody. Like I'm not one of them. I don't want to. Like I want to work with everybody. Like, and I want to work with people that they don't expect me to work with too, to show them the versatility. So they'll probably be like, oh, him and Little Baby, like, but they ain't gonna create like, oh,
Right.
Keen get busy, like. But I'm not. You know, I want to work with everybody. Like, you know what I mean, they want to work with me. We can definitely put that work in. But you know, the Jadakiss, the Fabulous, the Benny the Butchers. Like I said, I'm working with Jim now. You know, the Busta Rhymes. You know, God bless it dead. I'm mad I couldn't get to work with DMX. But you know, stuff like that. Like I want to work with a lot of legends, people that I, you know, come up listening to, and the new people. Everybody. Like everybody. I ain't picky. I want to make records and leave a legacy behind that's unmatched. So I'm not picky about it. I work with everybody.
That's what's up, man. I want to see a Benny the Butcher Keen Streetz collaboration.
Yeah,
I want to hear that.
I want for that.
And we need everybody, you know, hit Jadakiss's Instagram up. We need to get Keen Streetz and Jada on the track together. That would be crazy.
Nah, but he good. Like every time he see me, you know what I'm saying, he show me, give me that love and respect, and tell me to keep getting busy. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I think that's just all of them features is gonna come from me just getting busy without even asking. So 2022, I know for sure before 2022 is up, I'm gonna have at least 2 of those features off the list.
I'm so excited for that. And listen, you never know with DMX, God bless the dead. You know how many people did records with Biggie after he passed? You know, you never know. There could still be a collaboration in the works when Keen, you know, gets to.
Yeah, but like when it comes to people like X, because he, like, you know what I'm saying, he's he's one of my favorites. I don't want to do those type of records.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if
real
it come from him, I want the, you know what I mean? I don't want his cousin gave me a song and I put my verse on it. It's like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
what Jada say? I did real songs with Big Mama.
And then Kiss saying that, it definitely killed that. I don't want to do no song with nobody.
Unless Swizz gives it to you. If Swizz give it to you, that's different.
I still won't take it.
I'll
be like, yo, Kiss, no disrespect. I mean, yo, Swizz, no disrespect, but I like to earn my features. I don't want, like, you know, like everybody I work with, shout out to Davies, like that feature was earned. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my Jim, you know what I'm saying? All my features.
You want your stamps earned.
Fado, like everybody, like it was earned. Like, I don't want nothing after somebody that passed away. And none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't meant, it wasn't meant. It was God's plan.
Yeah, God bless DMX, man. I'm not gonna lie. When he passed away, I cried like that was a family member of mine.
Boy, I cried, man.
I cried.
I was only 2 rappers could make me do that. Word. And he was one of them. He definitely teared me up. He messed me up.
Such a legend. Such a legend. R.I.P. DMX. All right, so Keen, tell me what you're excited for in 2022 and everything that you got going on. Give us a little snippet of things that you're working on and what you're excited for.
As of right now, I just posted it. I'm on Jim Jones' new mixtape, Gangsta Grillz and the DJ Drama. That comes out Friday. I got 2 records on there. I'm excited about that. We starting the new year off great with some good music. Big project. You know, that's a part of history. As a kid, I always wanted to be on the Gangsta Grillz or have my own Gangsta Grillz. Back when I was doing Gangsta Grillz with ZZ, Fab, you know, and everybody. So that's like 2 dreams come true and one.
Off the bucket list.
You know, working with Jim and being on a actual, you know, album coming out through a label and all of that. So, you know, that come out Friday. We set the Trends edition, DJ Drama, Jim Jones, Gangsta Grillz. That's out. We working on the Bird Gang album right now. I'm a part of that, Bird Gang 2.0.
That's what's up.
I'm about 2 songs away from wrapping my tape up. That'll be out in a couple weeks. And I'm just excited for all the new music that I got and to put it out. All of my ideas. I got a bunch of music I'm gonna be dropping this year by myself. With shout out to my Bird Gang members, Dice Peso, Yellow Tape, Fat Flea, Glit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Capo, stuff like that. And yeah, it's a whole lot. I got a whole lot coming in 2022. I got the merch coming, all of that. So, when y'all see me post the merch up with the tape, just make sure y'all, put y'all orders in and grab it and be going up.
That's what's up. Tap in with Keen Streetz. His Instagram is at the bottom of the screen. Tap in with him because he got some things coming. I'm so proud of you, Keen. Like, you doing your thing. Keep going, keep shining. I'm telling you, like, this is what you got going on. You on a good thing, man. Keep going. Like I said, I'm so proud of you, and everybody tap into Keen. Now, before you go, Keen, I got like a little game that I want to play with you. It's called Red Flag or Deal Breaker. But before we get into that, I got some hot topics that, I want your opinion on some things.
All right.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you before we get into the hot topics? How do you feel about podcasts? What podcasts are you tapped into any podcasts? Like, what you listening to right now?
I like podcasts. I rock with $1 Million Worth of Game and Drink Champs. Like that. I definitely like $1 Million Worth of Game and Drink Champs.
Yeah,
those
me
the
too.
Two. They like it's like hood. You know what I'm saying? But more, so I'm rocking with those. I used to rock with Taxstone podcast when he was.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I definitely used to rock with him because it was like, it was authentic. It was from the street. You know what I'm saying? It was good. It was good content. But I like that. What's that girl name? What's that girl name?
From where?
She used to be on Gilly and them podcast.
Oh, Don't Call Me White Girl.
Frontal.
Yeah, don't call me white girl.
Yeah, I pay attention to her. She good. I like how she be keeping it real, keeping it funky with the ladies and all that. So that's what I'm rocking with.
That's what's up. Yeah, I was just curious to know if you was tapped in. And are you on Clubhouse?
No, none of that Clubhouse. Yeah, I'm not really with that like Clubhouse because they're using it for the wrong reasons. You got grown men on there arguing with kid rappers, and I'm not really with none of that. Like, people feel like they can say what they want to you through that.
Right.
So I feel like I'm cool on that. Like, cool on that.
It's too patty for you.
Yeah, if they talking business, like I see rooms where like Jay-Z, Alicia Keys, like let me in there, let me get some business, let me learn something. I don't want to be in the middle of no clout chasing. None of that. I ain't got no time for that. I come to do music and get my family out the projects and, you know what I mean? And get my family rich. Like, I ain't with all that.
Especially, I think Clubhouse needs to find a way. There's a give money feature on Clubhouse, but they got to find a way to directly monetize, I think, to get more people there.
Yeah, I know, when something first come out, it's always little nicks and crannies. You got to fix. So, are we going to do this? We're going to do that. So, if they fix it good in this room where I can learn, I'm cool with that, but I ain't with all that arguing. That's all I see on there. This person arguing, I shot your man. I ain't with all that. Well,
so, any Keen Street fans, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you're not going to see Keen Streetz on Clubhouse anytime soon. Yeah, but maybe in the future he'll connect with y'all if there's some sort of way to regulate. I guess some sort of it has to make sense for you.
Yeah, it just gotta make sense. I'm not with none of that. Trying to do something to get on the shade room and I ain't with all that. Like, I ain't with all that. I'm really like, I ain't with all that. Let's talk some business. Let me in the room where they talking business and how to do this and how to get rich, how to get money and how to, you know what I mean? How to keep the money rolling when you sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're on that. Wake it up, King. Yep, wake that up.
Yeah. We from the hood. We done seen all the gun shooting and fighting and stabbing We ain't seen that for years. I don't
exactly.
want to I ain't trying to get rich to go to jail. I ain't doing that.
No, I feel you on that.
I ain't doing that. That's what we not doing.
Word. All right. So this week has kind of been a little bit of a slow news week. So, I got a few little topics that I got over here. All right. So the first thing is Eric Adams, the new mayor. Have you seen the press conference where he has blown up in the media now because he spoke about quote unquote low skilled workers? Did you hear about this story?
Oh no, I didn't hear about that.
Well, allegedly he was trying
is that the black guy?
Yes.
I've been seeing him like in the news a lot, but I ain't that one right there I didn't hear about. But I definitely been seeing him with the whole trying to take everybody to jail stuff and all of that. Yeah, I seen all that. Yeah, I ain't see that one. Yeah,
so I don't want to get the story wrong because I'm not 100% tapped in, but he was basically, he's under a lot of heat now because he was speaking in terms of I forgot exactly what he was talking about, but he was basically saying like I don't know if he was saying essential workers or like low skilled workers, or he was just trying to put people down by saying low skilled workers, and it's like they're like people that may work in retail stores or, chefs or different things of that nature, or people who, instead of him, I think the people, first of all, he's the mayor. So he should be able to, I think people are mad at him because as the mayor, you're supposed to be able to relate to the people, and you're kind of offending people by saying that they're low skilled.
I think people be trying to follow, I see, like, we live in a world today where you can kind of like say negative stuff and positive come out of it.
Right.
We learned that from Trump. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of people now be trying to take the Trump route. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I always tell people, it made it work for what work for other people ain't gonna work for you.
Right.
50 came out dissing everybody. Somebody probably do that right now, they're gonna get shot and killed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But work for that person may not work for you. So I kind of feel like now politics, Donald Trump made it to where politics now is like, oh, all right, I'm gonna just say something negative, get their attention, and then like, but that might not work for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So instead, I think he could have just worded things better. Like, I guess he was trying to say like low paying jobs, but I think this taught him that he kind of just has to watch what he says, but it's a good thing. Like it's a different way to look at it. Like what you said, he could have been trying to take the Trump route. Like, let me just say some a-hole stuff and drop these bombs so people could just talk about me.
Man, people do that every day. People really like plan, yo, I'm gonna do this. Like,
right.
Look at like, I don't even want to say his name, but
rainbow hair.
Right.
Like,
he he's when I see stories on the internet, he used to tell people like, oh, I'm trolling, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So like people really wake up and use that as a marketing scheme. Like now it fell into politics to where politics is like a joke. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like it's a joke.
That's so true. That's why it's important to be your own leader and do your own research, guys, because you following these so-called leaders, the days of leaders like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and certain, JFK and certain people that that are what you would consider like people you want to follow, those days are out the door. We got a lot going on in this country, so you guys have to be your own leaders.
Right.
Okay. So today, another person, a third suspect, has been charged in and in custody of the young Dolph murder. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
So now they got another person in there. What is your thoughts on this whole situation? And we don't even have to, just your thoughts in general. Every day we wake up, there's another rapper dead. It's literally like, crazy.
It's senseless. Rest in peace to young Dolph. It's definitely, I don't feel like it's over nothing personal. I just think it was a senseless act. I just think it was hate. And from the looks of things, they was around him. One of the people was around him. Right. So it's like, as rappers and, as artists, especially rappers, like, we targets. We get the most hate. We in the news the most. We get shot the most. We get in this situation. We go to jail. You can't really protect ourselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to jail looking like shiesty and all these rappers, like you don't really want to put your, you want to
Right.
get the biggest security in the world, stuff like
Right.
that. But, us as rappers, we targets, we tested, we coming from the street. They still want to see if you street, and they want to trick you out your spot.
Yes.
And then they put you in a position to where it's like I be seeing a lot. I always use like Little Dirt, for example. Like his people may, like somebody may die around him. The internet would be, what? Dirt better slide and he better do this. But if he kill one of them and go to jail, the rest is like, what they're gonna be saying? Why would he do that? He's stupid. He was a millionaire. Somebody else should have did that for him. Like, so like people is really living for the internet. Like, what I'm saying? Like when these people was just white people. I didn't mean to say that, but
that's okay.
These people was little white kids behind a computer, even little black kids behind a computer, sitting there typing, you should, and trolling people,
and they trying to impress them.
Right, but these people are not from the streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These are people that come from good homes.
Right.
Their parents is great to them. They never had to work. They always can live home with mommy and daddy. And they see something on the internet. They see something that they could do on the internet. Like, oh, I could write something and I might have an argument with a rapper today. Yep. Or I could write negative stuff knowing if you see them in person, they ain't going to never say that to you. Like, so it's like, I ain't really with like that whole internet thing is just crazy. But, rest in peace to Young Dolph.
Yes.
I definitely think it was a senseless act. I don't think he definitely don't deserve that. I don't care what we've been through in life. We don't deserve to go out like that. You want to live and grow old like everybody else. Other civilians and people like that. Even civilians, they get killed by accident and in the middle of stuff too. But rest in peace to him. Especially, it's just senseless. And he got kids. He got a mother. You know what I mean? He got brothers and family and people that love him too. So definitely rest in peace to him.
Yeah, they out here killing leaders, people that are giving back to the community and everything. And let me ask you a question, Keen. In light of everything that's been happening with these rappers, Jim Jones had made a comment saying that being a rapper nowadays is like getting enlisted in the army. How do you feel about really, getting into music heavily like this and could possibly, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel now about being a rapper, like in this climate?
I feel like if I wasn't built for it, I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come from, I could walk outside right now and be a target. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where I'm from got beef with other hoods. You know what I'm saying? They could be spinning through the block right now and I'm going to the store. So, like, we targets and all that. But then again, like, it's how you carry yourself too. Because you got a lot of rappers who lasted. JD was in the game 20 plus years. He might have been through a few things. It's gonna happen. Everybody, you gonna get tested,
right?
Oh, you ain't real, and you see it every day. But like I said, you just you move smart. You learn from other people's mistakes. You don't move in a certain way. You do certain things a certain way. You security up. Don't let them trick you. Talking about I ain't had no security with me. Get 4-5 big security dudes around you. Protect you and your family, and you know what I mean. And
yeah, you got to move different. You got to move different when you get to a certain status. You can't be the same way you was moving when you was in the projects, just regular apartment 4D. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't be moving like that.
You can't. I'm not gonna keep you here all night. We just got one more little game, but I have this last question. Kanye West is out here living his best life. Kim Kardashian's dating Pete Davidson. Kanye West is running around with whatever this new girl's name is. She's so pretty. I forgot her name. But what is your thoughts on Kanye just living his best life?
I think all rappers is doing that now. I think that's the thing to do when you get a certain stature. I think he's a billionaire. I think he's running around. Saw you on his oats before anything. Kanye is a very conscious person, so ain't no telling what he's feeling. Like even now, we seeing Jay-Z more than ever. Like before, you like, damn, I'm gonna ever see he's around. Like he going to meet studio sessions and he at this place. So I think all rappers is like doing that now. I think that's the thing to do as an OG and a person that accomplished damn near everything in music to go around and give the game. So I kind of like what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I like that he's doing that. I see a lot of rappers that's doing that now. Like, even, like Jada Kiss and them. And even with Jim, what he doing with the young guy, he just being around. Because you want to leave your mark. You know what I'm saying? I think now people want to kind of spread their wings. So I love what Kanye is doing. I feel like that's good. And, you know what I mean? Spread your talent. And before you leave out of here, you leave a mark.
Yeah, that's true. And I hope he gets back with Kim K because I think their kids are so cute. I love their family. And maybe they just needed some time apart, but I hope they get back together.
Right.
All right. So we're going to get into this game real quick, Keen. It's called Red Flag or Deal Breaker. We're going to play this presuming that you're single. We know you got wifey, shout out to wifey, but just pretend for this game that you're like.
That's all good. We ain't got to do
it. Okay. So, tell me if this is a red flag, a deal breaker, or you love it. So you meet a girl, she's bad, right? You never seen her before. She's bad. You look at her, you're like, God damn, she looks like Beyonce, Rihanna, and whoever else y'all, Bernice, and all these people that y'all men like. Right? So
I don't be liking those people though. not like that. They, they beautiful young ladies, but I don't. That's the obvious answer to say. Like,
right.
You don't say, like,
right.
They don't really,
I feel what you're saying. But let's just say for the sake of the story, she's a mix of Bernice, Beyonce, and Rihanna, and Halle Berry, and Kim K, and all of them.
Right.
So you finally get to know her, and you realize that you find out that she previously dated 3 other people that you know. Is that a red flag, a deal breaker, or you love it?
Dated in what way though? Because you could date somebody and just go out on dates with them and chill with without having to do nothing.
Right.
So what kind of dating you saying?
All right, let's just say she went on a few dates with 2 and she slept with 1.
And they real close with me.
And she what?
And the one person she slept with is real close with me, like they hang with me.
You know these people, like, your hood is small, whatever, like your group is small, and you find out like they may not have to be close with you, but they could run in the same social circles.
Yeah, I would still take her. I mean, listen, I always say this, right? As long as it ain't nobody that I'm around every day,
right,
and stuff like that, I'm cool with that. Cause you could have did that, but I'm a different type of guy. Like when she get with me, she ain't gonna be doing none of that stuff she was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
right.
So I'm confident in myself to always say that. So, due to the internet, everybody want to look perfect. But your girl done had somebody before you, so it's like whatever. But that don't really rock with me. Like as long as she ain't do all 3, then right. But one of them, what the other 2 gonna say? Yeah, but I took on a date. Yeah, you spent your money.
Right.
One of y'all got lucky. It's cool. But you ain't gonna have her how I'ma have her. You ain't have her this way. She ain't do this with you on the balcony here. Like y'all just had a little bit of, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't really be caring about what the next person did when they had a female. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. So Keen said he loves it. He'll still take it. It's not a deal breaker or a red flag. Okay.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
So you meet a girl, you guys are going out on some dates, you're getting to know each other. She tells you that she has an OnlyFans, right? And she currently does girl-on-girl collabs in her OnlyFans, but not men, right? Okay. She says if you guys continue to date, she's going to continue to do those collabs with women.
Fire. I'm taking it.
Keith said he loves it.
Fire.
So you will date.
Ain't no dudes doing it. I don't care.
So she could continue. So if you date Keen, ladies, hypothetically, and you got an OnlyFans and you do girl-on-girl collabs, he's saying that's fire.
OnlyFans and you and just girl-on-girl and y'all getting freaky with each other. Hey man, I'm gonna record it.
If it makes dollars, it makes sense, right, Keen?
Yeah, it's cool. As long as it ain't no dudes going crazy on you, girls. Hey, why not? You still can date me, my girl.
Okay. All right. You meet a girl, you guys are starting to get serious, and then you find out that she's still good friends with her ex. Is that a red flag, a deal breaker, or you love it?
What kind of good friends, though?
She's still good friends with the ex. She goes, she's good friends with the ex, and she goes on, shopping mall dates with the ex's sister. They may invite her for barbecues in the summertime. She's still cool with him and his family, and she's
deal
still
breaker. It's over.
That's a deal breaker.
That's too close. You're playing it too close. Feelings is involved. Y'all might start reminiscing about this. That's over. I ain't doing that.
He said that's clip.
Yeah, it's over for that. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna do none of that on my time. Like, figure it out on your own. Well, I ain't doing that.
Unless, what if the ex was married?
Because you're not gonna tell me that when you and his sister went to the mall, he showed up. You gonna make it. You ain't gonna tell me that.
Right.
You ain't gonna tell me the conversation y'all had when the sister went in the other store, then it was still y'all two in this store. And he was like, yo, I'm saying, what's up? And you was like, oh, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna tell me all of that. So before I even gotta think that far, nope.
It's clip. All right. She is all right, she's a bad chick. Same story. Bad. Go out on a date with her, everything goes perfect. In the date, she smells good, the food is good, the ambiance is popping, and she invites you to go back to her crib for a nightcap. She's like, oh, you want to come back to my house for a drink? You say, yeah. You get back to her house. As soon as you walk in her house, you smell cigarettes, and you find out that she smokes cigarettes. Is that a red flag, a deal breaker, or you love it?
That's definitely a red flag.
That's a red flag.
Yeah, I hate cigarettes. So I'm never dating a girl that smokes cigarettes. That's not happening.
So you couldn't tell at the date that she smoked because she didn't smell like cigarettes. But when you got in the crib, you might have saw the pack of Newports, the lighter, and it might have smelled a little like cigarettes. I'm
gonna ask her like, why smell like cigarettes? Your mother was here. Like, I'm gonna ask her like, your grandma's is over. Because anything can happen, and she'd be like, oh no, I just ain't want to do it on a date. But before I left, I smoke cigarettes. You smoke cigarettes,
That might be something you could work with. So it's not a deal breaker, but it's a red flag.
Yeah, it's a red flag.
Got it. All right. So you're on a date with her. Everything is going good. And you realize that you guys have different political views, right? She may be Republican. You may be independent or Democrat. And she won't stop discussing politics on the date. She's just going on and on and on about politics. How would you feel? Is that a red flag, a deal breaker, or you love it?
Yeah.
The reason why I would say love it because maybe that's what she into. Maybe that's what she want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what she want to. I gotta she gotta tell me like, oh, this is what I'm into. I'm into politics.
Right.
And I wouldn't be mad at that because I might could learn something off that. So
okay,
I rock with that. All
right, so you might learn. She might be from DC.
I might be around her, telling her stuff that she probably ain't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Her story, and she might not be from the hood. I might be like, yeah, I was in the hood earlier. 3 niggas got shot and blah blah blah. Like she might listen to me like, oh, for real. So she into politics and stuff like that, and you know what I mean. So I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Like,
that's
I can learn.
cool.
I ain't knocking nobody from what they like. You know what I mean? I ain't knocking no female for that. Like if you into politics and that's your thing day to day, like when you're off time from work, I ain't mad at that.
You better than me, Keen, because I would have clipped him. That's a deal breaker for me. I can't deal.
I mean that's cool. It's conversation. A lot of people ain't got no conversation on a date. So she get on a date like, oh, what you think about such and such happened? I'm like, I don't really like that. And she might could teach me a thing or two. So I take that. That's cool with me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. For me, it's like certain topics like politics, religion, different things like that. I try to stay away from a little.
I like sometimes I let stuff rock that I'm not really into. Like I'm not a big politics guy.
Right.
So if I can learn a little something about what's going on right now, I'm cool. Right.
That's what's up. Go ahead, Keen. Just a few more questions and then we out. So the food comes, y'all on a date, the food comes. She won't stop licking her fingers during the dinner date. She just continues to lick her fingers. She don't use a napkin in sight. Red flag, deal breaker.
It's 50-50 for me. And I'm gonna tell you why. Even my wife would say it. Like, I'm raw.
Right.
I'm raw. So even when like certain things my wife not like, she's like, oh man, I don't. I'm like, nah, I like that. She's like, why you always say that? It's just certain things that I like. Like, I like when you, girl, tell me a story about what you've been through. That's cool with me. If you that comfortable and you official like that to go on a date and lick your things out the, that's cool with me. Like, why are you official? Like, you official. I can rock with you.
A little finger licking is good.
You good money. I ain't, you know, I ain't tripping off that. Like, word,
a little
listen,
finger licking is
that shit was
good.
good. Like, that shit was good. I ain't mad at that.
But too much.
Be you. If it's you, just be you. Just be you. Just be you. Because people be trying too hard on dates, knowing like, listen, my wife knew from the jump. I'm busting food down. I'm doing all that. Like, I'm keeping it 100. Like, she knew from the rip. We not holding nothing back. All that with the napkin right here. I'm not doing none of that. If I spill a little barbecue sauce on my shirt, that's what it is. Simple.
That's what's up.
All that. Yeah, like, when I first met my wife, she had a fight. The day before we went on a date, she had a fight. She had a scratch on her face and all that. She still came to the date and all that. So I like stuff like that. Like, I don't want, I'm hood. Like, I don't, like, that's why you said with the Beyonce thing and all that. Like, they cool. They the politically correct females to say y'all like in the industry. Oh, Rihanna. I like the girls that you ain't paying no mind to. Like,
right.
You know
That's what's up. Keen is real. Keen is the streets. He's Keen Streetz.
Lick your fingers on the gate. Come with your cut. All that. I'm feeling that.
That's what's up.
Tell me you just had a fight before. Now I know you. I ain't gotta ask you, yo. If I'm getting into something, would you fight for me? Because you had a fight already right before. I ain't gotta ask you that. That's one question answer.
I guess it wouldn't make sense to ask you the next question. All right, y'all are in Miami, right? Mm-hmm. So you know how you do the bar hopping in Miami. Y'all go to Miami. Y'all go to the restaurant.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with no doggy bag, right? But she got a half-eaten burger. She asked for it in the doggy bag, and she want to take it with her for every bar that y'all hop on the strip in Miami.
The burger bite was good, and she want to take it back to the room.
No, she want to just take it with her through every single.
9 times out of 10, she want to take it back to the room. Want some later shit? You drunk? You might want some. Like,
that's not
that might have been the best. That might have been the best burger on the strip. So it's like, rock with it. Take it back to the town with you. I ain't mad at that.
Ladies, Keen is down to earth, man. He's like, you know what? Man,
I don't want nobody being not them around me. Be you.
Right.
Be you. I don't listen. You want that burger for later? I'm gonna do it. I don't
take that doggy bag. I ain't trying to be bougie.
I ain't finished this burger. It's fire. Let me get the doggy bag. Let me get the plate. Yes, thank you. Let me get it to go plate. I'm taking this with me. And when I get in the room, you're gonna be trying to be cute. When I open this box and heat it up,
right?
Be like, damn, I should have took my
right.
Yeah, I ain't judging nobody.
So Keen is taking that bag with you. He probably hold it for you.
Yeah.
Why y'all go to
the bar? Right. I'm gonna hold both our doggy bags so we get to the room.
2 more questions. Okay. She trashes her ex the entire time during the date. She trashes her ex. She can't
First
stop.
Of all, you come on a date, that you out of here. It's over. Don't come on a date talking about nobody but me. I don't talk about other people. Only thing I'm talking about at the table is money. If not in her, don't bring no other people to the table. Because obviously you want to still be with them. You trying to use me to get over for the day. Nope, deal breaker. It's over. It's a wrap.
It's the deal breaker.
Yeah,
and the last question, Keen, is you meet a girl, you digging her, but she's always 30 minutes late to everything. 30 minutes late constantly. Is that a red flag, a deal breaker, or you love it?
It's a red flag. It's a red
flag.
Like, why the fuck is you always late? Like,
right.
I'm not, because there might be something important. Like, sometimes I might want you there first. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, no.
Don't play with my time.
If I tell not for nothing, if I tell my wife, like, I'm going to go to the hotel, like, I want you there first. As a man, I want to walk in and see you with the lingerie. We ain't wearing no lingerie. That's so you got to be there first.
Right.
Yeah, you got to be there. You know what I mean? So you 30 minutes late to everything. We can't do that.
Word. That would annoy the shit out of me with a guy. He would have to
rap. What if I get invited to the Rock Nation brunch?
Right.
And I invite you. You 30 minutes late. The fuck you think you is? Jay-Z? Get out of here. It's over. Yeah, it's over. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. You ain't bigger than him. Get out of here.
Exactly. Stop playing with people's time.
You late. Get out of here.
Words. Stop playing with people's time, shorty. You could get clipped for that.
Yeah, get up out of here. Next. Over for that.
Yo, Keen, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for playing the games. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us and stopping by. Anytime you want to promote anything, anytime you want to come up here, you know you're a friend to me. You're a friend of the show. Once again, is there anything you want to tell the people? I put your Instagram on the bottom of the screen, but tell them how to tap in with you any other way.
Definitely you can get me on Instagram, as y'all see right there, KeenStreetz with the underscore. I can definitely type that name in anywhere. I can type Keen Streetz in anywhere, Facebook. You could Google it. You could go on. I mean, if you download your music, you could do that. You know what I'm saying? You could go on Apple, Spotify, whatever your music site is that you download your music on. Make sure y'all follow me on the Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Keen Streetz, KeenStreetz with the underscore at the end. And we working. Friday, we set the trends, Gangsta, Grillz, drama, Jim, be here, be out here.
That's what's up, y'all. Go run up the numbers on YouTube, Spotify, Apple for Keen. Go tap in with them. Keen, don't go nowhere. Like I always say, everybody, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be in Angie's world. And for that, I love y'all. We out of here. Peace.